Hi, this is Jeff Brown again. This is video number 6 in the Focus on Marketing series of how to make more money from your photography. And today I'm going to share a little tip with you to get a bit more back from every single portrait you do. Now, a lot of photographers tend to put the focus on actually doing the portrait, editing the pictures, getting the disc out or getting the album out, and then moving on to the next customer. Now, I've been in business now for 12 years as a professional photographer, running three photography businesses, and I've made a lot of money from photography, and a lot of that money has come from repeat business. So it's essential that you don't just forget about your customer once the album's gone out or the CD's gone out. And what I do is a thing called over-delivering. Now, there's a fantastic book out there if you want to read it. It's called Oversubscribed, and it's by a guy called Daniel Priestley, who's a multimillionaire and entrepreneur based in Australia. And this book goes along this principle of over-delivering. So a simple way to over-deliver is sell the package to the bride of what the package is, and then give her something extra, give her something more. So not the bride, the portrait customer, but this also works well for weddings as well. So basically you sell the album to the customer with 25, 26 pictures in, or you sell a CD or a USB key with your images on, and you say you sell that for £300, and you tell the bride your photographs will be ready, or your album will be ready with you within the next 14 days, and I'll get a few on Facebook for you within the next week. Now, what you do is you over deliver by going out of your way to do it a lot quicker than you've said. So you know fine well that you're going to get those pictures out and you're going to get them on Facebook within about 2 or 3 days. She wasn't expecting them for a week, so you put them on within 2 or 3 days, and you tag her in those pictures as well. And she's over the moon. Fantastic, wow, I love the results. I wasn't expecting them so quick. And then what you do is a couple of days later you send the disc or you send the album out, and she's got that within about 4 or 5 days, when you originally said it'll be about 10 to 14. But you don't just stop there. What I tend to do is, whenever I order the photographs from the lab, I'll order a couple of fridge magnets, a couple of key rings, mouse mats, coasters, something extra, or even if they've gone for a CD, I'll order a large print, maybe a 16 by 12 or a 20 by 16, depending on how much they spend, and I'll put that in with the package, and I'll put that in for free. Now, they weren't expecting that, so that's a big surprise for them. And what it does is you're over-delivering. You're giving them something extra, which gives them even more reason to talk about you and recommend you to their friends. Now, I do that also with my wedding clients, with the brides. So I'll tell the brides that it'll probably take about 2 to 3 weeks for the photographs to be edited, when realistically I'll edit them within about 7 days and get them up online. Also, when I supply the album, what I do is I tell them to pick out their 10 to 15 favourite images for the album when I'm designing the album, so I know how to lay the album out. The bigger favourite images take prominence and then take pride of place in the wedding album, and the other photographs are organised around that in a storybook format. But what I do is, because I know which are our favourite images, I'll pick one of those 10 or 15 images and I'll get that made into a canvas, maybe a 20 by 16 or a 20 by 24, depending on which package they've gone for, and that will be a surprise bonus for the bride and groom. They'll get that with their album, and they can see on my website or on my price list that that's worth £200, £250. So it's a big bonus for them. And another thing that I do as well, because if you think, a lot of brides who you photographed are in the age brackets where all their friends are getting married, or they're likely going to be a bridesmaid at somebody else's wedding. So I do a recommendation voucher, recommend a friend. And what I'll do is I'll offer the bride £50 in Marks and Spencer's vouchers if she recommends me to her friend and that friend books. And then subsequently, when that friend books, they will get either a set of £50 worth of Marks and Spencer's vouchers, or they'll get a free engagement shoot and wall canvas. They'll get something extra for booking. And that's, I did a wedding, it was about 2 months ago, and 2 of the bridesmaids were actually previous brides of mine. So when I went in, it was really nice. Went in on the morning, saw the bride, and then saw the bridesmaids, And on the night time, I must have known about 20 people from that wedding, because the bridesmaids' parents were there and some of their friends. So there was a lot of people who had been to the other weddings who I'd met 2 years prior. So I do get a lot of recommendations, and a recommendation adds a lot more clout to a booking. If a bride recommends you to her friends, and her friends are looking around for photographers, and she's got about 5 or 6 quotes, and then she comes to you and you give her a quote, but you've done her best friend's wedding and made a fantastic job of it, and she was also there, maybe if she was a bridesmaid, then obviously you're going to stand out from the competition. So from now on, remember, just start over-delivering. So when you're going to do a job, say you'll have it done in 5 days, then give them it in 2. And remember, just give them something extra. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be £2 or £3 cost to you, 10, 15, £20 cost for a canvas on a wedding, you know, £2, £3, £4 for a keyring and a couple of mouse mats or something like that. And it does make a massive difference, and it will get you loads more reviews on Facebook, loads more nice testimonials for your website as well. Well, I hope you found this useful. Like I said, all my videos are always recorded live and then just uploaded straight to Facebook, so there's always a few mistakes in, but it's just because I don't really have the time to sit and edit the photographs, edit the videos. Sorry, there's a mistake for you. Edit the videos. I just want to get as much information out there so I can help other photographers make a lot more money from photography. If you want to know any more about my mentoring services, I do have some new courses coming up in the new year, and do have availability to work with a couple more photographers at the moment anyway. So just check out my Facebook page if you're not already a member. It's facebook.com/focus on marketing. And if you do have any questions, remember, advice is always free. I'm more than happy to help. Just drop me a message, and I do respond to every message I get. Sometimes it takes me about 2 or 3 days, just depending on how busy I am mentoring other photographers. But I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to find out if you found this useful, because I do enjoy doing it, and it is nice to know that the information I am giving to people is working, and it's getting you more money in your pocket and more bookings coming through the door. Well, hope to see you in the next video. Thanks very much for following. Goodbye.